Welcome to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2019. I'm Patricia Mers, head of school, and before we welcome the seniors, I would like to thank our Sage Hill musicians led by Brent Dodson for their contribution to our ceremony. Now please rise for the procession of the class of 2019. Good evening. Please take your seats.
Thank you.
It is my honor to introduce our guests this evening. First, I'd like to introduce our president, Mr. Gordon McNeil. Our Dean of School Life, Dominic Campa. Our faculty speaker, Todd Haney. And last but not least, Mike Bullen, the chair of our Board of Trustees, would like to say a few words of welcome. Mike.
Oh, it's not quite that big. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the Board of Trustees and the entire Sage Hill community, it is my privilege to welcome you to the 17th commencement ceremony at Sage Hill School. And from all of us on the Board of Trustees, a heartfelt congratulations to the class of 2019. We have several board members with us today, including, I believe for a record, 5 parents of 6 graduates. I can't remember when that. We're very fortunate to have a board that is passionately dedicated to the ongoing mission of our school. Each has given significant time and financial support to ensure a continued bright future for Sage Hill School. Trustees and trustees emeriti, please stand so that we can acknowledge your contributions. And to the graduates of the class of 2019, very well done, team. Each of you has completed an important segment of your unique and very personal journey to becoming the best possible version of yourself. And the entire Sage Hill community trusts that your experience here at Sage Hill has prepared you well for the next exciting portions. Thank you.
Class of 2019, what a journey, and you and all of us have had this year. For these past 4 years, we've had highs and lows, successes and failures, ordinary days that felt like all of the ones before, unexpected experiences that forced us out of our comfort zones, and many, many moments of laughter and joy. The one constant throughout this journey has been each member of our faculty and staff's investment in each of you. Each year, now a tradition, I prioritize having lunch with every senior advisory group so I can hear students reflect on their experiences at Sage Hill. This year, our robust conversations ranged from topics such as the Avengers Endgame to the water pressure in the bathrooms, to parents parking and dropping off in the student parking lot. If you've heard, that's not a good thing. But one consistent theme I've heard about every single lunch is the positive impact that the faculty have had on the members of our senior class. And I want to express my gratitude and deep appreciation for the time and the care that our Sage Hill employees have dedicated to supporting and educating and truly knowing the members of the class of 2019. Thank you. Most of you know the past several months in particular have presented some of this Sage Hill community. Class of 2019, choose an authentic path and find the conviction to follow it. Always start with the why rather than the why not when facing challenge and change. And finally, believe in the Sage Hill community. It will always be defined not only by our mission and core values, but by the indelible mark the class of 2019 has left upon it. Congratulations. It is now my honor to introduce this year's faculty speaker, who was selected by the vote of the class of 2019. The speaker is Todd Haney. This amazing educator joined Sage Hill Science Department in 2005. In his time here, he has taught a variety of science courses, mainly in the life sciences, and is a regular faculty member for our Summer at Sage classes. He holds a doctorate in ecology and evolutionary biology from UCLA. He was among the first faculty to design and lead student travel experiences even before the Spring at Sage program was created. These were science-themed summer trips with destinations including Belize, the Great Barrier Reef, and Panama. Last year, he led students on a trip to Chile, and most recently, he got back from a service-based trip to Puerto Rico. He has also taken the lead in revitalizing our beautiful Sage Hill Garden with the help of student and parent volunteers. Upgrades to the space include a new shed, hydroponic wall, compost bins, solar panels, and a planting area to grow fruits and vegetables, and don't worry, the chickens are still alive. The garden has never looked better and would not be possible with the hard work and the vision of our speaker, Dr. Todd Haney. Please welcome him.
Good evening. I'm grateful that you have given me the opportunity to speak on a day that, for you, marks such an important transition. It is an honor. I share the pride that your family and friends feel today, and it's my hope that you have in your own hearts a sense of accomplishment and self-confidence as you sit here, poised to move forward in your own direction. Undoubtedly, you selected me to speak anticipating that I might share some anecdote that would make the audience uneasy, perhaps details of whale parasites or some nasty tropical fungus, or even worse, a bit of my own history in high school and college. That end of biology and other stories will be kept between classroom walls. After all, on this day, we gather in Town Square to celebrate you. To give you praise and to share in the moment, you bring your tenure in high school to a bittersweet close. In doing so, let's be modest. Participating in a high school graduation does not make you exceptional. Not when one considers the number of equally talented students now engaging in similar ceremonies down the road and further afield. You always have plenty to learn, and if we're being honest, some of you seem to submit work on a lunar cycle. Are we really that special? As I head into my 15th year at Sage, some colleagues approaching their 20th, often I am asked that question about the school. What might be so remarkable about this learning community of ours? Responses come to mind that are routine yet true. Outstanding facilities, small classes, emphasis on well-being, the faculty. We frequently tout the strong, experienced, devoted faculty, and I confess that generates some pride. Still, the puzzle of this school's success is not how our own day might be going. The kindness and respect you afford to peers across all grade levels, your ability to communicate with us directly, the magic you show in your collaboration, your persistence despite challenge, the integrity and your willingness to hold each other accountable, authentic investment in a project for service learning, the awareness you develop and show for other cultures in your many travels, simple cards expressing appreciation, and the way you say thank you every single time you leave the classroom. It's something that caught me off guard when I was first here. So I'll be here tomorrow. I hope you keep sharing that love in a world that needs it. Before taking your strides across the graduation stage, know that you've strengthened us and each other in ways that might not be readily apparent. Your legacy reaches well beyond the pages of a transcript, with contributions that refined us in ways that will influence what we offer students who follow you for years to come. I'm wiser given my interactions with you. I hope, though already with Gray, to be a better person witnessing and giving attention to the best I see in what you do. The dynamic of our student-teacher relationship is the cornerstone of our community and the answer I give when asked about this school. So, as you leave the door, for inviting me to speak, but more than anything, for everything you've given over the last 4 years, I say, oh, no, thank you. I'd like to introduce Mr. Dominic Campo.
Good evening. By a vote of a committee including members of the class of 2019, together with the Sage Hill faculty and administration, Eliza Ruby Pfeffer is this year's student speaker. Eliza is a stellar student with an obvious passion for Sage Hill School. Just yesterday, she received a well-deserved Banner Award for Community. She's been on honor committee for 2 years, is co-chair of the Student Ambassadors, and is a co-founder of the Girls Empowerment Movement and GenFest Service Learning Group, which has now held 2 very successful events on campus for middle school girls. We appreciate the authenticity, compassion, and fearlessness she has brought to the school during her time here. I'm pleased that she will be sharing her thoughts on her Sage Hill experience with all of you today. Please welcome Eliza as she shares a final message on behalf of the class of 2019.
Good afternoon, Sage Hill School. My name is Eliza Pfeffer, and it is my honor to speak today on behalf of the class of 2019. I'm so grateful for all of my friends and classmates, amazing faculty and staff, and of course, my family for all of their love and support. Thanks to all of you, these past 4 years allowed me to grow and discover my passions. So before I really dive into things, I want to let you know that this is my first time delivering a speech to an audience this large. And for that reason, I may be completely and utterly mediocre. Of course, I have learned a lot along the way that should help me deliver an above average speech. English class, school presentations, and that 1 week of theater during art survey. But what if that wasn't enough? That's okay. Standing up here is gratifying, because what I've learned over the past 4 years is that the moments when I perform the best are not the most memorable at all. The messy, below average, mediocre times are actually the ones that stick with me. In spite of this, I've been flooded with messages, whether motivational quotes from successful people or conversations with my peers, that mediocrity comes from a lack of desire or sheer laziness. I'd like to challenge that. Every day, I see the banner values to my left, which have served as symbols to me throughout my 4 years at Sage Hill, showing the ideal traits that a student here strives to embody. The excellence banner has always stuck out to me because I feel for most of us, our high school experience has been shaped by the pursuit of excellence. It took me until the end of my sophomore year to realize that it was okay to not always excel. I'm mediocre at a lot of things. One of those things is ceramics. If you've ever tried to throw a pot on the wheel, you know that it isn't as effortless as it looks. Or maybe you don't know, maybe you're an awesome potter. But I could never throw the foot-tall, wide-brimmed cylinders that Mr. McMahon and my classmates could. It just wasn't going to happen for me, even after an entire year of ceramics. And despite this, I enrolled in the class for the following year, with zero expectation of mastering the wheel. Why continue with something I'm not great at? Because it was simply something I enjoyed, and my dog didn't mind eating food out of the misshapen bowls I brought home. In a society that encourages perfection, when was the last time I had put time and effort into something knowing I just wasn't that good? Why not excel at being perfectly mediocre just for the fun of it? If we focus on a flawless end goal, straight A's, a dream school, a lucrative career, we lose the natural curiosity and excitement that make high school and life enjoyable. As Buddha says, want to be happy? Stop wanting stuff. At the beginning of senior year, I read a New York Times article by author Tim Wu titled In Praise of Mediocrity. It expresses the same ideas I've been thinking about since my sophomore year. To quote Mr. Wu, there's a deeper reason I've come to think that so many people don't have hobbies. We're afraid of being bad at them. or rather, we are intimidated by the expectation.
Patricia Mers, head of school, will be joining me to award the diplomas, and Dominic Campeau, our Dean of School Life, will be reading the names of the graduates. Please join me.
I don't want to be like, can you roll me out? Sorry, yeah, I even have.
Nadia Akbari.
They said I was cool, so.
William Christopher Ackerblom. Austin Grant Alexander. Aiden Zia Arik. Anika Aurora. Aaron Alexander Bergen. Hala Ansari BVG. Lexi Jordan Brooks. Thomas Michael Burns. John Kennedy Bush. Cole Clark Callan. Jonathan Sebastian Chance. Joshua Kenneth Cheadle. Ashwin Sin Shonen. Alexander James Cristiano. Charlotte Helena Cohen. Isabel Klein Cooper. Paige Marie Chipfield. Leah Jane Darmer. Carly Jane Davis. Miranda Rose DeBruni. Amaya Tufina Galong. Alex Roger Daban. Emma Taylor Dickerson. Ariana Dominic. Benjamin Dew. Eliza Ruby Pfeffer. Stephen Thomas Ferry. Daniel Scott Fishman. Sydney Ray Francis. Jerry Tertius Fu. Daniel Gamini. Charlene Gao. Noemi Adela Garcia. David G. Robert Stephen Gershels. Naya Rosemary Gomez. Ryan Robert Ha. Samantha Beaumont Haig. Abigail Harris Weiner. Madison Harris Weiner. Connor John Hassenbuehler. Hannah Aislinn Heron. Ariel Marie Henricks. Richard Horn. Ashley Juan. Lily Catherine Humphrey. Maya Yael Jaffe. Claire Yunsu Jang. Nick James Karahalios. Zach Adam Kara. Alexis Caroline Kelly. Sarah Kim. Jennifer Murray King. John William King. Trevor Morgan Klein. Lauren Ann Langdale. Paige Elizabeth Langdale. Ryan Russell Langevin. Kelly Rowan Lester. Amanda Beth Levine. Lawrence Lynn.
Right? Yeah.
Emily Lopez. Jordan Emerson Lopez. Olivia Ann Lau. Morgan Mann. Sydney Tyler McCord. Isabel Maria Megan. Changhao Meng. Mateo Richard Mirage. Megan Hannah Miller. Monis Muhyiddin. Isabella Mora. Drake William Mossman. Manu Nanda. Luke Dakota Natopsky. Skylar Chris. Sarah Zain Eladin. Charlotte Julie Zavigian.
We're going to let everybody circle around and get back into their seats. I think there's a few more coming. Let's give them a round of applause while we're waiting for all of them. All right, so we're going to continue a tradition that was started in 2009. We'll be using the class gift from that year, the gong over here on my left, that welcomes the graduating class into our growing number of alumni. I'd like to ask Grant Sheen, the senior class president, to come up and join me. All right, here we go. At the sound of the gong, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you into the growing alumni body of Sage Hill School. Congratulations to the class of 2019. Okay, so it is now time for the recessional. It has been our tradition for the faculty to line up and congratulate the graduates as they process out of Wilkins Town Square. I would like to ask family and friends to remain in their seats until all graduates have passed through the line here down the middle. There will be a small reception immediately following in the lower courtyard near the Aquatic Center. Please meet your graduate in that area. Thank you. Faculty and staff.
wife go? Where'd your wife go? Huh? Where'd your wife go? Oh, take my son. Oh. My son had an accident. Oh yeah? Danielle? He went to the